Right, so a little bit of background about me quickly. So my name's Brendan Pearson. I was a professional footballer for a number of years. Always suffered with a few injuries, well, quite long-term injuries. But I explain all that on my podcast process, so skip all that out, go to the podcast and listen to it. Anyway, a bit of background about this 1 year transformation. So the images that you're about to see are my ankle about a year ago. So it was about July 2019 when I injured my ankle. I ended up rupturing all my lateral ligaments, completely tearing them all up. So I needed surgery on it. And this kind of spiraled me through a long journey, mentally, physically, and changing mindset. But I'll get onto that in a bit. So like I said, the images you're about to see are of my ankle, my story, my body transformation, but also my mind transformation. So I just thought I'd do a brief intro clip so you understand a bit of background and don't mind what's around me. I'm in my mum's dressing room, so anyway, I'll let you enjoy the video and we'll get on with it. So this is what my ankle looked like. This was about a week, 5 days to a week probably after I first done it. You can see there's a bit of swelling, it's a bit black and blue, so it wasn't ideal. And that's it again about a week or two later, getting some acupuncture. So the team I was at decided to let me go when I had this injury, so they let me go. But I had an operation date in about a week or two time, so I didn't have a job. My operation was already paid for, which I was grateful for. But I said to my girlfriend, you know what, I need to get away. I need to just escape for a bit. So we booked a little trip to Ibiza. So we went away. I just feel like I needed an escape from life, just to forget about everything and try and enjoy myself. However, I didn't massively enjoy myself. My mind wasn't in the right place. Obviously alcohol wasn't a good thing to be doing at that time, but this holiday was a big learning curve for me mentally. It kind of flipped a switch in me, as you'll see now. So this is my daily journal, my gratitude journal, which I started a while ago, but this is what I wrote in it on that day while we were on holiday. So at the bottom it says, you have moments in life that may trigger something in you. It might be a realization, a spark, a change, but whatever it is, you must seize the opportunity to do something in your life. Those moments are pivotal. So again, I felt like while I was away, something like clicked in me that I was better than what I was doing. I deserved, but not that I deserved better, but I knew I was worth more to myself. So it did change something in me, and from then on, it kind of changed my mindset completely, and I had a newfound almost motivation to better myself. So as you can see, this is me on my operation day, 22nd of August. I was also going through a bit of a hair crisis, as you can see, shaving it off, but this is a nice video of me after the operation, my girlfriend, brother and my dad supplying me with a nice foot-long Subway. They were always so great during the operation time, which I'll touch on later. But this was my physique update. So this is the first video that I got. This was about 2 weeks after my operation. As you can see, I've got the boot off and I can kind of stand on my own 2 feet. But obviously I hadn't trained much at this point. Obviously the weeks prior to my operation were drinking and eating rubbish food. My mindset wasn't there the month or two beforehand, so I wasn't doing too much gym training. Previously I was in a lot better shape to this, but you can see I lost a lot of muscle on my legs. Upper body not really great, but I had a solid base to start with through years of playing football and obviously weight training through that. So this was my starting of the 1 year transformation. So as you can see, 8 days after my operation, I managed to get myself into the gym. Probably shouldn't have. My girlfriend's a nurse, so she was telling me off. So here's just me scrolling through the Instagram at the time. As you can see, I was started posting a lot more stuff. That was an old picture of me. So this is the clip of me first day back in the gym, doing some inclines, 50 machine bench. My girlfriend, like I said, kicked off at me because I shouldn't really, because I still had my stitches in, and I could have obviously started sweating and obviously made the wound a little bit damp, so it could have caused some damage. But I needed to get back into the gym and get back into the routine, because mentally that was my place where I knew I could just forget about things and put my mind to something. So I did some seated Smith machine with obviously but you call it the bumpers at the side, so I knew I wasn't going to drop it anyway. I did some seated row, played it very safe, but I just needed to get back in the gym, and here's kind of my progression through the gym, doing some arm work. This was my one little time of the day, because obviously at the time I didn't have a job, I wasn't working, I couldn't really work because of my knee. All I've ever done all my life was play full-time football, so I didn't know any different. So the one thing I did know what to do was training, so this was my one time a day. I'd wake up, I'd get my routine going, but this would be my one main focus of the day. So my girlfriend would drop me off, she'd either come with me or she'd drop me off, go to work for a bit or whatever, and I'd just spend 2, maybe 3 hours in the gym, taking my time on my workouts, just working on the upper body more than anything. But like I said, at this time as well, I started putting a lot more content on my fitness Instagram. Previous to this, I just did it as like it was just there. I just did little odd things, odd posts, but this was like religiously starting to post daily, every other day at least. And this is kind of my progression. As you can see, I started to build a bit more muscle, I started learning a bit more about training, about bodybuilding, about everything, and it started to become almost a habit. I started to really love it. So yeah, like I said, I started to really enjoy training. I started getting stronger. So this is I think it was 80 kilogram incline bench for 8 or 9. That was my last rep. Pull-ups, started getting stronger, started doing a lot more bodybuilding. And then I started putting a lot more informative content on Instagram in terms of exercises I was doing. I literally put down everything I was doing in terms of training. And then I went away for some rehab at St George's Park, which was a massive experience for me. So it wasn't just the fact that I was at St George's Park, obviously the England camp, and there was England players there at the time. Obviously that surroundings, but also being able to pick the brains of some of the top physios in the game at the minute, learn some brand new things, trying some brand new pieces of equipment, like the oxygen chamber that they've got, so we did our conditioning there, but also gave me the confidence in my ankle as well. So it gave me that extra kind of motivation to be like, look, I want to try and push my training, push my knowledge, push everything, so I can maybe be at this point train out of facilities like this in the future. So from there, obviously I had the confidence that I could do some leg sort of exercises. So here's me a few days after doing some lunges. They gave me the confidence that I can push it, I can trust my ankle, and it was good to get some legs in. So along the way while I was in Scotland, I was lucky enough to go to the Scottish Fit Expo. So I met Jack Thorburn and Josh Bridgman at the Inside Crew. Also got my first Tupperware of MVP. So meeting them two was obviously a massive motivation. Having followed them both on social media for a while, also knowing Josh's background in terms of him overcoming anxiety and also playing football and changing over to bodybuilding, and Jack, obviously his mindset and everything is ridiculous. So picking their brains was great, and obviously I took a lot of advice from both of them in terms of online coaching, YouTube, etc. And Josh said to me, obviously in terms of progressing forward, you want to try and be on every platform possible, and he was one of the reasons as well why I did end up starting my podcast. So here was my physique update, 4th October, so about just over a month after getting back into the gym, obviously putting a little bit of size. This was right before we were due to move back home to England, back to Newcastle. And there's one person I need to give a massive shout out for throughout all this. These clips just popped up. Girlfriend Bryony. So this is her on my feet after my operation because my feet were killing me, and we did have some good times in Scotland on the flat. Obviously she was working non-stop for me, so shout out to her.
Hello.
Just some stupid memories, but without her I don't know where I would be in terms of mentally and stuff. So this is kind of the first few clips back home, just messing around. So I was very fortunate to have a home garage gym as well, which I invested in myself when I moved back in with my parents. So I had that. These are a few shots where I started to put on a bit of size and start really getting into serious bodybuilding training. Again, this is me around Christmas time, putting on a lot more size, eating a lot more calories, and I first actually started my first PT job in December time working at Nuffield Health, so I was doing that full time as well, trying to pick up clients, so I was getting into the routine of living that kind of fitness lifestyle. So it was around this point where outside of the gym I was starting to really progress in terms of the content I was putting out. So on social media I started putting out little videos like this on my Instagram, just training with a few of my mates at a gym, Body 360, where I was training there a few days a week as well. Very much just bodybuilding style of training, just trying to put on a bit of muscle, get strong, just enjoying training more than anything. But I started putting out these videos, it also led to me around, I think it was the 1st of January, actually starting my YouTube channel. So I was just putting out random videos. I think my first video I talked about my journey and then just walked through an upper body workout, but it was just random day in the life, vlog style stuff, just whatever I put together, to be fair, during the week. So this was one of my first videos, 7th of January, that's when I first put it out. But I remember I made it on New Year and debated for a week whether to put it out or not. So here's a little physique update, just a few weeks after my 23rd birthday, so 27th of February. Again, eating a lot of calories, training bodybuilding style, bit of conditioning, bit of CrossFit stuff, and also starting a little bit of football as well, now that the ankle was feeling pretty decent. It was getting there. It had been a few months, so I was starting to do a little bit of light football stuff. And that was where I was at. So after this was about the time where obviously lockdown hit, COVID hit, so started posting a lot more home workouts, and luckily enough I had obviously my home gym, so I was doing a lot of barbell stuff. Started integrating a lot more conditioning into my workouts. As you'll see here, I'm still quite big here in terms of body fat wise, quite heavy. I was around 100 kilograms at this point, so I got reasonably heavy. But my training started changing. I started posting daily on Instagram, almost twice a day, and it also got to the point where I started my podcast. Right, so I have just uploaded my first full episode podcast. It's going to be a 2-episode part 1, part 2 podcast, just on a bit about my kind of journey through life, starting off when I was a bit younger, starting off football, working through the ages, and then going full time, turning professional, and then having a lot of issues with injury, which then spiraled into having a few issues with mental health, and a lot of things happened along the way. My career didn't really go the path that I expected it to go, and how I kind of battled with trying to still pursue that career, but it not really ending too well. Again, struggling with injuries. So I talk a lot about the mental health side. I just wanted to use this podcast, this platform, as an opportunity to spread my message, spread my story, and spread that it's okay to go through mental health issues, it's okay to have your ups and downs. But so I started my podcast, and I also started my online coaching so I can help people anywhere. So here's a few of the transformations I got, especially during lockdown. So lockdown was a big learning curve for me in terms of what I wanted to do and what I wanted to be in life, and I knew that I wanted to help people. I also created a great routine. I enjoyed working from home, so I would always do my daily mobility, which is something I preach a lot now. So I started doing a lot more mobility, a lot more conditioning, and almost training to feel good rather than to just purely look good. So although I was more focused about training to feel good, I did a lot more conditioning. I was still lifting heavy, still doing my bodybuilding stuff, but stuff that I enjoyed, along with the conditioning side of it, and also keeping up the mobility. So it was overall doing everything, but a byproduct of training hard, training consistently during lockdown led to this being my physique update at the end of lockdown. So I know it's quite a far away picture, but the next picture will show the comparison. So this is not even 1 year's difference, about 11 months in difference. Yes, I do have a pump on on the picture on the right. It was after an upper body workout, but there's a lot of differences in this person. This person isn't just physically in better shape, but mentally my mindset completely changed. Obviously talking about what happened when I went away on holiday to Ibiza, the mindset changed there, everything that came after it, mentally in terms of obviously starting full-time personal training and the kind of reality check and the reality hit that my ego had to take, obviously becoming from a professional footballer to a personal trainer and just completely having to reset, come back home and restart my life. But also I found a newfound love for training and love for what I do in terms of my job, in terms of sharing my journey, trying to help people as much as I can, my YouTube, my podcast, which is something I'm massively passionate about. But there's my 1 year transformation. Right, let's stop the dramatic music in the sob story and talk about all the positives and all the good experiences that I've had from this year. I've been able to meet people I've never met before through fitness, through Instagram, through social media, through what I'm doing now, having good laughs, meeting people obviously I've always looked up to in terms of social media. I've had laughs and I've been able to share experiences that I have with my girlfriend, with my brother, having experiences with him, being able to share that with everybody. Funny moments, smiles, obviously ups and downs. It's been nice to be able to get my family involved in it and see how much they enjoy seeing me happy and enjoying doing what I'm doing and getting involved with it all. As the big man. Again, so many laughs, so many things that, like, looking back through all this stuff that I didn't even realise it happened, I forgot about it, but when you can look back through it and have it on camera, it just kind of, I don't know, it's like you relive all them moments again. But I couldn't be more grateful for every experience I've had, everything I've been through, all the ups and downs, all the cookies that I've ate along the way, all the people that I've been able to help that I never thought I would be able to help. Like certain people, certain scenarios I never thought that I'd be in. The environment that and the people that I surround myself with now is completely changed compared to what it used to be. And I've come to realise that old quote that you become the people that you surround yourself with. Like, that has hit me hard this year, and the people who I've been able to train with, enjoy experiences with, they have built me up now, and the negative people in my life that used to put me down and maybe stop me from progressing, I've had to cut them out, and I couldn't be more grateful for the people that I have around me now to support me, to encourage me, to push me on and make me a better person. So yes, this is a body transformation video and a bit of a clickbait to try and get some views, but I wanted to share this video with everybody to share kind of what fitness and what the gym, what training, what that environment has done for me, and that my life completely flipped around the last year, but my mindset has been the biggest thing, and I've still got my book just to prove it to you. I keep a few letters in here as well just to remind me of certain things, but don't know if you can see, but I am up to the last few pages in the book. All of that is filled out every single day since last July in this book, and I have a previous book to this as well, which I did a year before. So I practice what I preach. The journal has been a massive help for me. Just in the morning, just write three things down that I'm grateful for. Like this morning I woke up a little bit down. I put it in a post, a little bit kind of thinking about what is my purpose in life, what do I really want to achieve. I felt a little bit lost for a second, but my purpose is to help people, kind of people who have went through similar things to me, maybe feel a little bit lost, maybe don't know what they want to do. I want to help those people and also share the experiences with people who have the same mindset as me, enjoy the same things, have the same passion for training, for pushing themselves, for personal growth more than anything. That's the one thing I love to see in people at the gym. Isn't just right, let's go and get big and get massive. It's personal growth. It's a mindset change. It's a complete change in lifestyle. It's a lot more than just the gym. So there's one thing that you take away from this video today, it is that training can change your life in a sense. Not just your physique, not just how you look, but how you feel, how your mind works, how happy you are, your mindset. It can take you through to your business, your job, through everything, and create longevity as well in your life. So the one thing that you take away from this video. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you want to drop me a message about the video, leave a comment down below about what you thought about it. But yeah, this is an important video, so I hope you do enjoy it. So thank you very much again for watching. As I always say, get subscribed. I'm trying to put these videos out as much as I can. Listen to the podcast. If you haven't already listened to my first 2 solo episodes, you scroll all the way down to the bottom. That explains my whole story or everything that I've been through. And to get to the point where I am today, I might do a future one catching up, but this video is kind of there for that. So thank you very much for watching. It's been a good one. As my brother says, Joel, over and out, top pickers, and I will see you in the next video.